Hello guys, I am super excited to have you back on my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to change and do color manipulations in Photoshop. Take for instance a beautiful young lady. Is it young lady? Young girl sitting in front of us, and she's not even sitting. That we're having a photograph right in front of us, a beautiful portrait. We'll be changing. She's putting on a red and black outfit. So we'll be looking at ways in which you can change this particular red color into other colors, and above all changing it into black and white, which at times might be a little bit tricky and time consuming, but I'll be showing you guys a very easy and simple way of doing that. So now please note, I'm not talking about changing black to white or changing white to black. That's a tutorial for another day. I'm talking about changing colors like this into another color or into black and white. Without wasting your time, let's have fun. It's fun time. So the first thing we want to do is you always make selection. And why are we making selection in this particular video? It's because the color we are working with right now, it's not purple, it's not green, this is red. And if you observe very well, in every human skin tone there is a mixture of red, orange and yellow color. These are three colors that when you are manipulating you need to be extra careful. I mean extra careful, because the skin tone is made up of these three colors. Sure. So whenever you are working with colors like this, the best thing to do is to make your selection, and I'm going to show you an example of what I just said now. Take for instance, we just want to change the color of this red outfit right now, and what we need to do is to come to our hue and saturation, and once we open our hue and saturation just like this, we'll come to our hue, then we pick our, you see under this preset we have an icon looking like a finger, that's hand tool. Pick on it. We want to change this red, right? Select on the red. You discover that the masters here have changed to red. Let me show you again. Let's delete that. Let's just go with that. Let's delete that. Let's come back to our hue and saturation. Observe that it's on master and the preset is on default. So select your hand tool and click on this red like this. Once you click on the red, it changes to red. That's to tell you that hue saturation is telling you that this is red color. So now we come to our hue and we just start changing. Do you now see? Of course the color of the outfit is changing, but then the skin tone as well is changing, and that's exactly what we don't want. So that is why when we are dealing with colors like red, like yellow or like orange, the best thing we need to do to save us time is to just go and select the outfit itself. So I've done the selection already. You can use your selection tool, you can use your pen tool, you can use a lasso tool. Just make sure that you do a good job on the selection. It's very important. Make sure you do your selection well. You can use any of these two. Take for instance something like this, you get the job done. Just make sure you do a perfect, if not perfect, close to perfect selection. But then I won't be needing that, so let me just delete that. I've done the selection already, not to waste our time. I'll come to part. I've done it already, so just select on the part, then I will load the selection. I've done that already. You see, now we have the selection. I've done that already. So what we want to do right now is we come to our hue saturation. Since we've done the selection, we don't need to select any color again using our hand tool. You get it? We've done the selection. So whatever we are doing now, it will be focused on where we've selected. Do you get it? So now we can now play around with our hue. You see, it will just be changing colors. Just you can move it to the extreme edge. This is hue, so any color you can see we are changing. We have our blue, we have yellow, we have different shades of colors here, you can see. And then let's say for instance we want to work on our yellow, and if you think, we can always work on saturation and lightness as well. That is when you are done with the color. If you love this color now, for instance, so we can work on our saturation. If we want it more saturated, we can increase it. Lightness as well, we can reduce and increase depending on what you want, but on 0 I like it that way. So we can increase the saturation. You can see you can decrease. Can you see it? Increase or decrease to whatsoever you want. So if we increase by, let's say 2 or 3, I think I'm okay with that. And let's see our before and after. Before, after, beautiful, isn't it? All the details, they are still there before after, before, after. And let me quickly show you something. If you observe around this hand here, you discover that there is we still have leftover of color, of that red color of the outfit. Look at before and after. We have this red leftover of this red color. It's when you have something like that, you don't need to panic. That's why we have mask here. And what you need to do is just come back to your brush. Remember that set your foreground color to white, because black hides, white reveals. And since we are working on max, which is black already, that means this is hidden already. We are going to make sure we use our white color now. When you pick up your brush, make sure your opacity is on 100 and your flow is on 100 as well. We want to reveal the yellow back into it. So you just pick your brush. You can zoom into the picture. Make sure your brush is the size is equivalent to where you want to paint. Very important, so that you don't paint into the body. Then you just paint over those red. Just paint your yellow over those red. Can you see it? Let me bring it closer so that you see. Just like that. Please be careful when you are doing this. Just like that. You want to be careful. See? Even this edge is here as well. We have something similar here. So you can zoom into the image. You still have somewhere close around here as well. You see, you can just paint and paint. I don't want to waste your time on that. So you just zoom into the picture, and if there is traces of leftover of color, you can change it. It's that simple. And now takes us to the most amazing part of this video, and that is why we are here. Now look at it carefully. We are on yellow already from red. So now we want to change this to white or black. Instead of us creating a lot of adjustment layers of curves and adjusting and painting, there is a little trick to that. So how do you get that done? Just come under your adjustment and come to your mixer, channel mixer here. You can find it here, or you come to the bottom right corner of Photoshop here and click. You'll find all the adjustment layers here as well. So you come to your channel mixer, select your channel mixer. Once you're on your channel mixer, oh sorry about that. Okay, select your channel mixer, come to your default, and before you come to your default, make sure you clip it. The essence of clipping is that whatever adjustments you are making on this channel mixer layer, it will affect only the layer we've worked on before. Do you get it? Okay, we have double. Let me just delete one since we made double selection. Let's come back. So the essence of having this channel mixer is that, sorry, I want it to be big and so that you can see as well. Okay, yeah, it's okay here. So the essence is that you don't, when you are applying it, you make sure you clip it to this hue saturation adjustment layer. Why? So that whatsoever adjustment you are making on this channel mixer will only affect this hue saturation layer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we just go into our channel mixer and we start adjusting, let's work on the red slide and we just adjust. Can you see? It's not only affecting, it's affecting everywhere, including the background, the skin tone, everything. We don't want that. Let's reset. Click on here to reset. We don't want that. So that is why we are going to clip. We just, the very first icon here, you click. So it's showing now that we are clipped this channel mixer to this hue saturation. Whatever now we do on this channel mixer is affecting only the selected area. So now the next thing we need to do is just come to your default, and that's why I tell you it's a little trick. Very simple. We want to change it into black or white. So you come to your default. We have options of black and white, infrared, black and white with blue filter, like that. Now the shades that this default will be giving us, it will be giving us between black and white. So we'll be having dark gray, we'll be having light gray, depending on the color we are changing from. So now if you click on the first one, white, isn't that amazing? Then you can continue like that. You see we have black, just check them out. We have white again, this other we have lighter gray, like that. So now if we want to change to your white and black, all you need to do is just come here, any color at all, it works, any color at all. So you just come here, black and white, and here we have it. And if you think the white is too much, or if you think you are losing so much details, you can come to your constant and just drag it down a little bit. It brings, and make sure it's just a little bit, it brings a little bit of details back into the white. Like that, you can just check it out. We have black as well. You see, the details are there. If you are working with this black, if you're okay with the black and you're working with the black, and if you think the black is not that dark enough, what you need to do is just come to your curves, as simple as this. Come to the middle and just drag it down a little bit. Make sure you clip as well, very important. So just drag it down a little bit like that. I think it's okay for me like this. Look at it before and after, and look at it, look at where we're coming from. So changing it into black and white is just very simple. All you need is your channel mixer. Very, very simple. I know someone might be asking that, okay, if we are to change from red to black and white, is it still possible? Very possible, and I'm going to show you. So let's turn this off, the curves, the channel mixer, let's turn it off. Even the hue saturation, let's turn it off. Remember, this is our first color that we worked on, the red. So let's select the red color itself. Let's just come to part and load the selection. But let's say, for instance, we want to change this directly to white or black. So just come to your channel mixer, just like we did earlier, and come to your default and just check around. You see, this is black, and this black is more of shadow, it's just too much. So you see, we have black, we have gray, we have white, we have light gray, we have dark gray. You can see we have light gray, we have dark gray, it's just between white and black. We have shades of gray in between, so we can always get our white and our black from channel mixer without you wasting your time, and you won't even lose details. It will just be there. You could imagine the black we're having. You could imagine no detail is lost, everything is just intact. So from here we can have black and white as you want, and that brings us to the end of the tutorial. Very, very simple, right? Keep having fun. Always, Photoshop is fun. See you in my next tutorial. Please, if you know you've learned something, make sure to subscribe, like, make comment, and share to your friends. See you in my next tutorial.